Hi, I'm Brene Royal, Monte Rosso Vineyard Manager, and I am super excited to talk to you guys today about bud break. It is February 18th, 2020, so a little bit farther behind than 2018 and 2019, but we do have our first signs of green tissue. Before I get into what's going on with this Grenache vine, I'll introduce you to the block that we're in. So we're in E30, which is Zinfandel, and then this little acre and a half or so is E65 Grenache. And this is known as La Labyrinto, otherwise known as the maze, because rows start within rows and stop within rows. And fun fact about my history with Monte Rosso, my third day ever working with the Gallo family, I landed here on Monte Rosso, and it was my job to count the number of stakes within this block. So we go way, way back. But bud break, this is my first day seeing active green tissue coming out of the vines. And it's not particularly surprising that it's coming out of an in-row vine and a stressed vine, but it's all the more exciting because it's showing that the vineyard is kind of coming out of dormancy and things are starting to wake up. And this is kind of the true sign of the season starting. You might be wondering, why are the buds at the ends pushing first? And that's because vines are apically dominant. So if you have a growing position way out here, the vine is going to send all of its nutrients out to the end first and then kind of backfill down. My biggest concern is that this is not pruned. We do not plan to keep this. So unfortunately for me, we're already using nutrients that we don't plan to keep. So we actually plan to come back in here tomorrow and prune it and just leave our basil, spur, and maybe one or two buds above that as our official growing points and what we plan to set up for the duration of the season. This is, as I mentioned, a weaker vine, but if you come over here and you look at some of these more mature vines, you can see that there's bud swell up the entire cane. So this vine is waking up as well, and with it currently being forecasted to be 70 degrees in February for the rest of February, this will wake up pretty soon. So super duper excited that we can get started with the season. So as I'm walking around E65 Grenache here, I'm kind of surprised with all the bud break that I'm seeing, but it's not super surprising. I was just out here on Saturday walking up and down this block and I did not see a thing. And so to have it 3 days later be as far out as it is just kind of goes to show what this weather is doing, and kind of just a foray into how aggressive this season might be. So we've got our work cut out for us tomorrow to get through some of this earlier ripening stuff that isn't pruned on the ranch just yet. And I'm really, really excited to see the upcoming bud break and some of the Cap Franc and some of the Zinfandel that we can see is is gonna go through bud break pretty soon. So follow along. If you guys are following along on Instagram, catch my stories. I am out here like a hawk looking for this stuff because bud break is super important and initiates actually quite a few jobs that are now going to have to start happening so that we can protect our vines. So thank you for joining me. Get excited. The 2020 season at Monte Rosso is officially kicking off, and I look forward to speaking with you guys again. Bye.